Saw a photo of myself at like 6 years old. I started crying because I could remember the day that the photo was taken. I've always been a clumsy kid and I've always gotten into things. I've just clumsy in general. And I had a band-aid on my wrist. So she wanted me to hide, like I was standing with my arms crossed and she wanted me to hide my wrist with the band-aid on it. So I remember angling my wrist at like a little bit of an awkward angle to tuck my hand away to cover up the band-aid. But then I also remembered everything else about that age and how even from that age I went around analyzing everything and analyzing everybody to make sure that I behaved correctly because I didn't know how to act. I just knew that if I acted the way that I wanted to, that I was going to be told that it was wrong and that I needed to behave differently. So I would catch myself before other people had a chance to point it out. And of course, I didn't know at the time, but now I see now that this was masking. As I got older and I would ask more questions, I would be shut down constantly. So I just went about life like confused for the longest time and knowing that whatever I did, it was wrong. And I had to be really careful about the way that I behaved. And I knew that the less I spoke, the less I would, I guess, reveal myself. And that was the way that it was supposed to be. So I would kept myself small and just to myself so much. Like so much just, and my inner world has always been so busy. I think because I couldn't express my inner world to the outside world. I was always told that I was too loud and too emotional and I was always so clumsy, and it seemed like all these things about me were a burden to everybody else. And it took me a really long time to recognize that it was okay to be this way. But I just as early as age 6 up until age 20, that was how I lived my life, and it's like it's not always this hard to think about. I think it's very fresh because with me exploring my neurodivergence a little bit more, it brings back old memories and I'm reminded of just how deep it goes. And it's like this never really leaves you. So it's like you've got to, make peace with it. It's like I'm just glad that I live a better life now, that the people around me now are never going to tell me to change. The people around me now tell me to embrace who I am and encourage that. And I now see that there was never anything wrong with who I was. It was that I was around the wrong people. I was in the wrong environment.